Today we are going to discuss again unidirectional configuration with initial load as well as chain synchronization. However, we are going to use initial load with the Golden Gate methodology and chain synchronization with same direct method. Direct method means we will have extract in the source, and in the target we will have replicate. There won't be no data pump. Okay, so this is the method which we are going to discuss today. And once it is completed, then I am going to discuss about read-only table space in the target, how we are going to implement in the real-time scenarios. So these are the two things which I am targeting to complete today. So just I am recapping about the chain synchronization, how we configured yesterday. We configured the extract in the source, and we configured replicate in the target. Okay, and then what we did was we started the extract. So what happens is that once you complete these three steps, whatever the transactions currently happening, so those will be captured by our extract process in the source, and it will send to the target machine. And at the target machine, all the collector will prepare them in the form of trial files. So the transactions will be accumulated in the target machine, and no trial files will be created in the source machine because there is no data pump configuration in this model. Okay, so this is the chain synchronization whatever we did yesterday, and now the same thing we are going to perform the same chain synchronization today. And the additional step today is we are going to configure initial load in a different way, that is Golden Gate method. Golden Gate method today I am going to show direct load. Okay, in the next session I am going to show the other method, that is file to replicate. Okay, that is also similar to direct load but with a little variation. Okay, so how the direct load method works actually, let me explain you. Source will be over here, target will be over here. Okay, so we already configured chain synchronization, assume that. Now in this direct load method, what happens is that we are going to configure one extract as a part of our direct initial load on the source machine, and we are going to configure one replicate in the target machine. And we will link these two extracts and replicate. We are going to link it internally in the parameter file. After that, we will start this extract. So what happens is that extract will keep, extract will read the data from the tables, and it will push it to the replicate directly. So what happens? Replicate will receive the data from extract, and it will directly apply onto the target machine. In this, there won't be any intermediate files like trial files or nothing will be created. Okay, so no files will be created on the in entire configuration. Like earlier, we used to have a trial files in between, but there won't be there won't be no files, no trial files will be created in the configuration. And the second thing is that it is a direct communication. So extract will read the contents in the source table, and it directly pushes to the replicate. So there won't be any staging kind of configuration. So directly it happens. So it is much faster actually. Okay, and third one is there won't be any checkpoint. Why we are going to use checkpoint? Checkpoint is to track the read and write positions basically. But here there won't be any checkpoint concept in a direct load method. So directly extract will read the source table and it pushes to the target mission, and replicate will receive it and directly apply it to the target mission. So there won't be any checkpoint file configuration here. I mean it happens without checkpoint. And next one says, suppose if there is no checkpoint, so means if because of some XYZ reasons, if something goes wrong, or if because of network issues or something, the process got failed, means you have to restart from the scratch because there is no checkpoint configuration over here. And next one is, table should be pre-created before you start the extract. As I mentioned earlier, in Golden Gate configurations, in Golden Gate methods of initial load, always you need to create the existing, tables at the target missions without data. So then only you can use Golden Gate methodologies for initial load. Okay, and next one is okay, replicate. I will explain you later. So this is the about the direct load. So let's start with configuring this one, and we will discuss a few more points when we are configuring those components. Okay. So what I did was, yesterday we configured initial load as well as chain synchronization, and I cleared those entire configuration whatever I have done yesterday. So today I am going to show you how to clear Golden Gate components if anything already present. Again, once this configuration is completed, so that you will have an idea. And yesterday I was not able to delete replicate in the target mission because there was no checkpoint. So finally I found it, and I cleared it. So I'm going to explain you how I did also. And yeah, so the same configuration whatever I used yesterday, the same mission section. The first one is green color is the source mission, and the next one is target mission, and the third session is for doing any transactions, something like any rough related work we can do, and the fourth one is for the target mission. Here also I'm going to do any transaction, any commands other than our other than Golden Gate, so I'm going to perform over here. Okay, third session is for node 1 source mission, and fourth mission is for target. Okay, and what I did was I cleared all the components whatever I created yesterday. So now it's a freshly, it has nothing, no replicate, no extracts in either of the location. So only one manager process is running. So I'm going to show you one again chain synchronization today, so that you will have a better idea. If there is any doubt also, it will be clear today for you. And after that I'm going to configure the initial load, and even I cleared the employee table also. Yesterday I inserted 7 rows, so I cleared it. So the employee table also having only 14 records, so which is standard across all the databases. So this is about the configurations as well as server setups. Just I will go through quickly on chain synchronization how we did. So configure the manager we did, it's already present. So I am in Golden Gate location. I am connecting to Golden Gate database. I am checking whatever the configurations available. So only one manager is running. So in the target mission also I am going to check. I am moving to Golden Gate home. login user ID successfully connected info all. So only manager is running, and this is a source mission. Source download database. Okay, India DB, and I'm connecting to Scott. Select star. Fourteen records available. So in the target mission, USDB, that is the target mission. Select star from EMP, no information. Select star from DEPT, no information. So both tables are empty over here. Here we have information in the DEPT table. Select star from DEPT. So we have 4 records over here. So this is the current situation in the system. Now next one is add the transactional supplemental logging. So I haven't done any changes to the transaction log. So just I'm going to show you. So how I'm going to check info tran data card. So it is already enabled for all the things, all the tables enabled. So no need to change anything. And third one is configure the change synchronization extract group. So we decided the name as extract India US. Means why I use this, first 3 characters are for component, which type of component is. Since it is extract, I use the ext. First 2 or 3 characters to represent source machine, that is India database, and the target next 3 characters are 2 characters, that is for target mission. So US is the target mission. So why I am using this one is it will make our life easy. Otherwise, when you go for complicated configurations, really you will have a lot of problem with this naming. So better to include both the source as well as target mission details in the extract group. Not only extract, wherever it may be, in every component you need to include both the source and target name details, plus if possible put the application details also, plus component type. These 4 details we need to include. What are those? One is the component type, whether it is extract or replicate, and second one is the source information, whether which database, whether it is an India database or whatever it may be, and third one is the target information we need to include. Fourth one is the application type. But since here we are using for only one application, that is for Scott only, so I'm not including. But it is good practice to include about the application also. In my office, we are using the similar way. Okay, and next one is the tran log and begin now. So we are representing tran log means this extract has to read from the transaction log. In Oracle, the transaction log is nothing but a redo log files. And begin now means start now. So this is the configuration which we are going to use. So I think let me have all the. One second. So only manager is running. I'm adding the add extract ext inds also. So I added. Okay, and it is in a stopped state. And I need to add RMT drive because what happens is that we are going to use, we are not using data form, so we have to configure the remote trial file location. So add RMP trial so and so. So that is done. And the next step is adding the parameters. Okay. So the advantage with dropping is that when you drop extract, the parameter file won't be deleted. So whatever we have yesterday, that parameter is still available. So we can make use of that parameter file. Yeah, RMS params ext ind us. So whatever we defined yesterday, so the same information is available because the parameter file still exists. So it directly it is populating. Even if I created it in just now I created this extract, but still the file is available in the OS location, so it is extracting corresponding parameter file. Okay. So what we did was, just I'm giving a brief idea. The first line indicates the extract details, and the next 3 lines indicates the environment variables. What is the Oracle home, what is the Oracle seat, and what is the character set details, etc. Next one is the user ID and password details, and the next one is remote host details, because my extract has to connect with the replicate process running on the remote machine. So what happens is that we need to specify the host name as well as the manager port. So our extract will directly give a signal to manager on the remote machine, and then manager will start the collector process in the remote machine. So for that reason, what we need to do is that we need to specify the host name as well as the port number on the remote host where manager is running. Okay, so that is the reason I given a remote host as well as a manager port. After that, remote trial location, where the remote trial will be on this machine. On this means like remote location. And after that, which tables I need to include for replication. Actually, I am targeting to replicate only scott.emp. However, scott.emp is having a foreign key relationship with the DEPT table. So we need to include a DEPT also. That is the first point. And second point is that DEPT is the parent table and employee table is the child table. So employee table should come father table, parent table should come first. After that, child table should come later. So with that rule, so I'm mentioning DEPT as DEPT in the first. After that, where I'm specifying employee table. Okay, this is the reason. And second important point over here is that for table class, always we need to separate with semicolon. So none of the other commands will have semicolon. Only table class will have a semicolon at the end. So this is about the source location. And the target configuration I'm going to show you once again. In the target also we have the manager up and running, so no need to change anything. So I need to add a checkpoint table because there is no checkpoint table available. Let me show you. So this is the target machine. I'm connecting to the GG user. Select star from tab. So nothing is there. These all are recycle bin objects, so we can ignore it. And one more point over here is that we already defined a global parameter yesterday, and globals file will be available in Golden Gate Home. So in globals file, we are going to define all the parameters which are specific for the entire environment, not specific to any particular component. So checkpoint information we need to specify in who joined. Okay. In the checkpoint information, we don't have, sorry, where I was lost. Okay. Checkpoint table we are going to create now, but we already configured globals file yesterday, so we are going to make use of that file. View params, Golden Gate Home, globals. Okay, so in that the checkpoint information is, this is the checkpoint table, gg user.us checkpoint table, and the checkpoint table is the keyword. So we have, okay, like checkpoint table information. After that, we are going to create checkpoint, add checkpoint. So no need to specify any checkpoint information because we have already defined checkpoint information in the global files. So it created a checkpoint table. No checkpoint table created specified using global info specification, and it is creating the table, and that's all. And we are going to check in the database whether we have anything. So it created two objects. One is a US checkpoint table, another one is LOX. These two tables are expected. And after that, yeah, we are going to configure the replicate process in the target. So here also we have already parameter file, not parameters, parameter file already exists. If you see, so I'm in second node. So in the target mission, we have already parameter files available over here. I dropped the replicate process in the golden gate, but still the parameter file is available. I'm going to use rep ind us parameter file. Okay, both looks to be the same. This time moving. Into you said we don't need the checkpoint file in the direct method. Checkpoint. We are not creating the checkpoint file for the initial load, but we are creating the checkpoint table for our change synchronization. Change synchronization requires a checkpoint table. However, initial load doesn't require checkpoint information. Okay, Amir? Okay. And while, yeah, I think you are responding to everybody. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So just I'm taking the backup of that file. Sorry, never mind, not required. Okay, so we have the parameter file, required file, that is rep ind us.prm file. Okay, so view params, what is our, no, there is no. In fall, there is no manage, there is no replicate process, I have to create it. So to create replicate, this is a command which I am going to use. Add replicate name, ind us, and extract trial is so and so, and here that is, where it has to position the trial file. So just I'm going to use this one. Okay, replicate has been added. Okay, so that is in the stopper state, and edit the parameters, and these are the parameters we need to add. So we already have the parameter file, so no need to create params. Okay, so the parameters are, let me give you a brief idea again. So first one is replicate name, okay, and the environment files, environment variables, Oracle home, Oracle seed, as well as the character set details. And the next one is user ID details as well as the password. And the next one is a discard file. I think I missed to explain about the discard file. Basically, discard file we will use for holding all the discarded records as a part of replication. Say for example, a few records already exist in the target mission, and our replicate is not able to add them. So what it does is that it is going to add those record details into this discard files. As and when replicate process abends, immediately what we need to check is, we will check gg's err.log file located in the Oracle Golden Gate Home. And after that, if it is failing because of duplicate records, then we will go to the discard file and we will see which records are causing the problem. Okay, so for that reason, we are going to specify the discard file. And we need to create a discard folder also before starting the replicate. Otherwise, replicate will fail it. Okay. And assume target, we are specifying that target, both the source as well as target, the table definitions are same. So no, that is the reason we are specifying it. And we are mapping the tables, source table this is, and this is the target table, and just the target as well as map are the keywords. So this is about the replicate parameters. So we already have. So now what we need to do is just we need to start the extract actually. Okay. Start the extract means that is available in the source machine. I think I have wrong it. Okay. So okay, so I'm going to start the extract in the source mission, that is start extract name. Just you need to wait for 2 to 3 minutes. I mean, at least 1 minute you need to observe. So it is running means there won't be any issue. There are no issues. Extract has been started. So now I'm going to insert some records into the source machine. Insert into employee EMP name values number name. So I'm in the source machine. I'm adding one temporary record, that is 10 employee number, and is the record, and I'm doing commit. So I did the transaction in the source location and I started the extract already. Extract is up and running. So what it has to do, it has to capture my redo log file, and that record has to be pushed to the trail file in the source target mission. So target mission, the trail file will be located in dir dat file. So my trail file has been created. My date is 27, 23rd. Maybe my system date is wrong. So it is putting into this one. So I cleared all the trail files yesterday. So it is starting with starting with 0. Okay, so this is the file available now in the target mission. Okay, so change synchronization is completed. Now I'm going to configure the initial load. Initial load means, as I mentioned yesterday, not yesterday. Okay, so what we are going to do in the initial load, we are going to use the direct load method. In the direct load method, we will have one extract process over here and one replicate process in the target mission. So this extract directly sends the data to replicate, and replicate directly applies to the target mission. So there won't be any file created over here. So as a part of that, we are going to create the extract now. Okay, so these are the steps which we need to perform. First, what we need to create the extract process. Let's name it as a eload or something, whatever it may be. I'm going to make changes to the extract el initial load indus is the my process name. Okay, and actually this naming convention is not that much important for this one because it is going to be temporary. So whichever one you feel you can comfort, we can make use of it. See the syntax: add extract name. This is a common. After that, earlier we used transaction log. We used earlier. We used tran log earlier, means system has to read from the transaction log, but now we are specifying source is table. So this is the command which we need to specify to add extract in the source machine. Okay, so what it happens is that it will create one extract and its source is table. Okay, so we are going to add with this. And one more thing, currently we have only one manager and extract, and I added extract, one more extract. So now also, even if I added extract, you are not able to see, you are not seeing the extract getting reflected over here, because this is initial load related extract, so it is not going to reflect in this information. Okay, so for that we have to use different option. I will show you. Okay, so that is the one thing, and after that we have to specify the parameters. So I'm going to explain all these things now. I mean mostly all parameters are similar except a few. Edit params, this is the extract name I need to specify. So let me explain each parameter. This edit params is the starting command which we are going to specify, and the second one is this with this extract with that extract group. Next one is the user details. RMT host means we are specifying the remote host where my replicate is available. So this is also we used yesterday, so no changes. The next one is RMT task. This is the different one compared to yesterday's extract. So here we are going to specify RMT task is replicate. Okay, and what is the replicate name that we are going to specify over here. This is the only the change which you are going to do as a part of configuring extract in the source machine. So what you are going to do is RMT task, then you are going to specify replicate. Yesterday what you did was, yesterday you specified trail file location. So yesterday you specified RMT trial and you specified the RMT that location, but today you are specifying RMT task and you are specifying the what is that replicate name and tables which we need to include. So I'm going to include for both the tables. One is employee, another one is DEPT. DEPT I'm including because it's a parent table, okay, and it should end with a semicolon. So these are the parameters which I am going to include in the source machine because it's a source side extract. Edit params ext not ext extract indus. Okay, so I added all the information over here. So extract and extract name and everything. So I'm going to check the parameters, params. Okay, so the parameter information is available. If you see at OS level, the file also will be created with the same name. One second. parameter file will be the dir prm file will be there, folder will be there. In that it is going to create. So this is the parameter file name it created now. Okay, so parameter file has been configured. Now on the target, create the initial data load task, that is R load. So here I am going to use RIL initial load IND US. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here is that in the target mission, I'm going to add the replicate. Okay, so how I'm going to add a replicate name on the target. After that, I specified yesterday ext trial location. Okay, from where it has to read. But for this one, because we are configuring a replicate as a part of direct load configuration, what we have to specify here is that we have to specify special run. Okay, so when you run this, when you specify this one, automatically it will not look for the trail files. Okay, so this is about the replication. Then, sorry, I need to create. This has to be created where? That has to be created in the replicate. Replicate side means that is on the target side. We need to see whether replicate is available or not. So no replicate is available. I mean initial load related replicate is not available. So I am creating over here. So replicate has been created. And if you see here also we are not able to see this replicate over here. So because it's a one-time job, so that will not be added to our run. How we identified it is a one-time job? This we specified special run. Special run. So it will not show in the golden gate prompt. Okay, now I have to specify the parameter file for this one. So I am going to explain you each one more here. Okay, so these are the parameters yesterday what we used, and today for this replicate we are going to use these parameters. I will explain you one by one. So edit params, so that is the replicate name we are going to mention it over here. Okay, and replicate name over here also. So username and the same thing whatever we used yesterday, the same thing. Assume target definitions, map, so and so. Here there won't be any difference in terms of parameters. So whatever we used yesterday, the same will be used over here also. We are going to specify the environment variables. Discard file is not required, and assume target is also not required. It's, let us put those, yeah, it's required. Okay, so Discord file is not mandatory over here, so we can create with the same thing, whatever we used yesterday. So edit params. Okay, I saved it. Edit params. RIL IND. Yes. So it created a file. I mean, it's showing the parameters. You will see the file has been created or not also. The file will be available in dir prm location since it is a parameter file. So this has been created. Okay. Showing some later time. Oh, sorry. This was yesterday's date. I got confused why it is showing 55, 52. Okay. Now I got it. Okay, so view params. So this is available. Okay, now we need to start the extract. Which extract I need to start? I need info all. Which extract I need to start? I need to start the extract which we configured not just now for initial load. So what is the name? EIL-INDUS. That is for created for initial load. Start extract EIL-INDUS. Okay. Info on extract. Okay. So in order to see the exact information, so we have to use this method info exact star comma task. So it has been stopped. Can record some. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. So when I started this extract, so I haven't started any replicate over here. I mean in the target mission. So what happens is that in the configuration we have extract. In the target mission we have the replicate. So what happens is that we are linking directly with extract with replicate. So no need to start replicate process. When you start the extract process, automatically replicate will be started as a part of starting the extract. How? We specified a parameter called params EIL-INDUS. Okay, here in the extract, I am linking with replicate process. So what happens is that when we are linking with this replicate process as a part of initial load, the extract process will start automatically. So because of that, it will start the replicate automatically in the target mission and it will perform the activity. So in this way, initial load can be configured using direct load methods. Any doubts so far? So I'm assuming that no doubts so far. Okay. Okay. So this is about the initial load. So this is about the initial load. So in the next session, I'm going to discuss about the initial load with file to replicate. So in that scenario, what happens is that we are going to configure one local file for extract, so trial file location that will be called as a load file. We can say. So what happens is that extract will push the data into the replicate, not replicate. It will put it into the one file, and replicate will read that file in the from the load file, and it will apply to the replicate. I mean target database that we are going to discuss in the next session. So the configuration is over. Today I'm going to show how to drop this, how to clean up all this replicate and truncate, extract process also. That is the one thing. And second thing is that I'm going to cover how we are going to implement read-only database in the target machine. So those are the two things which I'm going to cover now. So first part, let me complete about the read-only concept, how we are going to implement. And then at the end we will clean it up so that you will have an idea. Okay. So in the unidirectional configuration, guys, just I'm taking 1 minute break. Just I will be coming back again. I'm stopping the record up to now. So I'm sending to all people. Okay, so just this is a running node, so the steps could be here and there. Just you can cross-check all the things. So whatever the commands I'm executing, I'm pasting in. I'm using this notepad. Okay, Amir, I sent you. So I'm concluding this session, and next week we are going to have the session on Saturday. Are you okay for Saturday or any concerns? Next week is also long weekend. We have a holiday on